We are live now.
Oh, you just started?
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess I explained that this is a way to expand perception, because this actually is reality. This actually is a subtle layer of reality that we are opening by mixing chemicals together. Because any sort of opening of anything, any sort of room, is there, but it's also right there, and it's anywhere else, because it's infinite energy. It's infinite energy that is pretty much everywhere. There is no empty space. Well, what space is just what holds it all together. Right? But can it really be held together if there's nothing in between it? And so everything is you, right? Because you're just a part of that. Or something that is aware in it. But I wanted to elaborate on how we're all just projections of it, of that spirit, what holds it together, that source, emitting, vibrating, beyond linearity. Beyond linearity. That is spirit. Spirit is beyond linearity. That is your true self. But it's also beyond judgment, and that's acceptance. And judgment is acceptance. Hello. How's it going?
Are you live streaming?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
We're live streaming in...
Live to tape.
Yeah.
Somebody uses fucking tape anymore, so
Yeah.
live to fucking digital storage. I don't know, there's a phrase for it somewhere.
But this is all of the manifestation. I mean, it's always been planned. I mean, it could be it's a certain subtle level that I exist on, right? But it's also where you exist, okay? You're seeing this in a this right here, man, this right here, you're seeing this in a completely different way than I'm seeing this. Every reality is a subtle level. Every bit of awareness is a subtle layer, a subtle projection from the world of forms. The world of ideas. And yes, you're saying, isn't this sticking into me? Yes, it is sticking into me. I'm probably experiencing that. And that's something I learned as a child when fed the types of experiments of human expression. Traumatized by the fractal expression. By the infinite flow. What does this remind you of? What do you see in this? I know it's just something inside of me. But it seems to come from chemicals not from my body. It's from the fingers. And the fingers are just emanations from my body. And do you realize how much the heels are involved. We talk about, this is an answer from a spirit drawing. We talk about what are the toes, right? The toes are ancient. They were, in the ancient times, the toes were roots. Because you were a tree. But the trees are also future versions of you. Because all of this is beyond, what did I say? Linearity. It's a cosmic loop of becoming a tree, becoming a human. I'm just saying that as a metaphor for the rest of existence. You could be a vampire. You could be a troll. You could be a werewolf. I just happen to be a tree man. If I say I am. But the plants, man, the humans are plants, man. Don't trust them when they say that they're mammals. Inside of you is like a banana. Ooh. So there's a lot of chakra symbolism in this. Every color represents a chakra. And every circle is basically one. Every eye is basically one, because every chakra is basically an eye. But I've been experiencing the chakras lately for some reason, just by focusing on it. It's sort of like a body part that you could add on. You see that? Oh yes! This is what was going to be elaborated on. Besides that we're all projections of infinite consciousness. From spirit. That can be distracting, but I mean, it's okay to get distracted by that because, you know, that's God, that's love, that's oneness. But just the knowing that your life is basically the greatest manifestation. No matter what it could be, it is beautiful. And everything that ever happened to you has happened because of that. And it's okay to feel that way. So join us.
I think that's a good way to wrap it up.
Finishing the van series.
Finishing the van. Do a tour of the art. So we've gone like 15, we've gone 8, slowing down.
What are we on now?
We're only 13 seconds into this one. Oh, fuck it, we're live.
So right, insects. Basically, I said that and now I hear the crickets. You know, the sound of the crickets are really, really, really affecting what's occurring here, right? It's one of the ingredients. There's so many ingredients to art. There's so many ways to interpret it. Right. And that's life. Seen from so many angles. Oh, but the microbes. You know, I put some sugar into me. I put some sugar into me, and I put some chocolate, and I put some coffee.
Some other things we're not going to talk about?
No. I had some had some food, right? And now, but is that really what contributes? What about all the other vibes that we get from? Man, calories are fallacies.
Sounds like a t-shirt or a bumper sticker. We're gonna go into business selling slogans.
And
Maybe Weight Watchers would buy that one.
that makes me uncomfortable. That
Hey,
makes me uncomfortable.
don't worry, it's the fat guy saying it.
That still makes me uncomfortable for some reason because of judgment of your body. And
True, that goes against the whole chakra of knowing and believing.
The chakras, yes. Whenever I put this in here, I suddenly was noticing. I felt like this is what experiencing the chakras are. If you think about the chakras and you visualize the chakras and feel the chakras or activate the chakras, it will show in your environment through the colors that appear for you and what you live, how you live. How you live and what happens. What happens in the experience. So yeah, insects, right? But I was only talking about food and what was inside of you because that all contributes to your microbiome. And your microbiome that's basically you. That's basically the spirit. And whenever they die, they come off of you and they become your aura. And that's the color. And those are really just based on the chakras that have been working through lately. See, this is putting it together. Putting together all the confusion of what that could be. Of what those things could be. Any questions? Everything that you do and everything that you say, it is the way. It is true. Everything is true. And nothing is true.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. And so it is just whatever you imagine it to be.
Dude, this looks really cool through the camera. Like,
I have
the blackness
a
there.
confession to make. I know it looks cool through the camera because the camera is an organism that's turning off. And all it ever wants to do is make love with me. That's right, camera. I capture you. I find you through different portals. I find you portals. The portals that are the chemicals and the elements and the basically the black screen. I find you through all these black screens. And I'm able to press record. And then it happens.
You are truly...
But I know that it is a placebo.
Yeah, that's a... You are truly a walking acid flashback.
This is what people tell me. But I don't even do acid. Very much.
Very much.
But I would like to tell you, in accordance to that, I hear that can help you access other realms, spiritual realms, realms beyond here, or maybe enhanced perception. A little bit of people called it the doors of perception. But there's other ways to get there.
Making myself comfortable.
Have you heard of yoga? And this is basically what they're saying. As they're showing me themselves, which is me, out above when I look at the clouds. I see entities, shapes like human geometry. We tapped into this. built a portal. That's interesting.
Come on, show the book cover again so we can tie that in. Show the book cover. Ah, he's shitting on us. The doors of perception.
Okay, so that's interesting. Now,
Very fucking interesting.
there's many doors, all right? Your life is a door. I'm saying that this camera portal, I'm just saying I created a thought form that is it all mixed together, that just is the idea of filming.
Unrelated. She's not talking to us.
Oh, I don't know.
I was trying to figure out, I was like, what are we
that was
doing?
intense, huh?
We're painting a van in a parking lot.
Imaginations occur. And this is your life. This is what an imagination is just the occurrence, the experience. The experience is imagination. But in between what I was saying, there's other ways to access the doors of perception. Because your perception's right here. Oh shit, watch out. Oh.
Disaster.
So just expand it.
Tristan, you got anything to add to that?
And that's all I'm trying to do.
Oh, I didn't hear. I wasn't here.
Just that whole thing.
That's all I'm trying to do. Is expand my own imagination. And right. But so I decided to
He turned into fucking Mr. Pool for a second. Right.
So I decided to draw, right? And then
Right.
one day I decided I'm not gonna try to draw anything. I'm just gonna zone out. And it opened a portal. Of course, it could just be the subconscious mind. Well, yeah, that's what it is. But the subconscious mind is directly connected to the superconscious mind. Just skipping the conscious mind because that's who's listening to this. But, or is it? Is the conscious mind in a parallel? Is the conscious mind the awareness? Do you know the difference between awareness and the subconscious mind? The awareness is just what's aware of the mind. But it seems to each angle, it is aware. Why are the aliens telling us this? They're telling you the same thing always.
Okay.
I come in peace. I am you. You know, but they're saying that because you know what it's like to love. And so they just say, love. They sent you love. The aliens are always implanting us with love. Because we know what love is. And love is oneness. And oneness is connection to one. Connection is what we're always searching for, is oneness.
I agree with that.
And that's what the idea of what love is. And that can come through, but love can come through acceptance of whatever is there. Whatever is there. And the acceptance is just a judgment, which is also a thought to be entertained by. And all we're ever trying to do is evaluate. And that can come in the form of language. But you see right here, man, this is a wilderness. You can't tell me this is not another place. Nobody's denying this. well, of course, people are denying this. Of course, you could deny anything, but everything happens. Parallel realities. Infinite dimensions. This is what is occurring. Every once in a while I feel, ooh, I'll just die right now. And then I die. And then guess what happens? My consciousness is projected into another body.
Interesting note. And
my consciousness is projected into another projection of myself, because these are all astral projections. It's like when you're typing on technology and it has a suggestion. It's just whatever rhymes. But the natural way is flow. The natural way is waiting for flow. Searching for flow. But don't you know that flow exists through creating it? Through manipulating it? Nothing can be created. This is transformation. There are chemicals to this alchemy.
any closing thoughts
But
on
the
alchemy?
The universe wants you to expand, to let go, to follow the technology, but it really wants you to leave here. Because it doesn't really have to be like this. Our anatomy can be transformed. We should, with the power of art, with the power of genetically engineering, we could give ourselves wings. And you know why I'm saying that? Because someone tapped in and showed it to me as a little child. And this is what cartoons are. Cartoons, or any sort of story, is an idea of expressing that ends up perpetuating itself. And this is fractal geometry. It's all sort of the same shape. Haven't you tell? Right. But it's curling up. It is all the same energy, taking shape with light, and this is because of expression. Because all they wanted to do was express themselves. Each little chemical, each little entity. They called me to forever be there. Oh, and it couldn't be just me. Because it had to speak through someone.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop recording because
It had to speak through a vessel.
I know it's...
Alright, well, I said any questions and then the air came. And this reminded me of what I'm even doing here. Thinking. Thinking. Sorry about that. Thinking. Thoughts. That's all of this is. And feelings are just caused by that. Look at there. Clouds. Deja vu. As above, so below, right? Clouds. But if you were to cut up a human, I'm honestly gonna say, what I paint is the most accurate description of reality. 100%. This is what is, but what is reality? Reality is what is inside of you. As I walk around, I'm just inside of my microbiome. I'm just inside of my microbiome. Okay, but I have to say that there's nothing physical, right? There's absolutely nothing physical. All of this is just a conceptualization of evolution. Functioning and knowing how to describe itself. Right? Evolution of imagination. Evolution of conceptualization. You can trust any of them. And they're all here for you. We're really just adding to it by channeling. The whole purpose of the universe is to experience itself. The whole purpose of infinity, in order to be infinite, has to experience all versions of itself. Alright? And I feel like that's the only explanation we need. It always comes to that. Especially when you start off on it all being one. But let's take it to the next level. What does infinity has to do in order to do that? Okay, what is infinity? It's all this energy, but it's taking shape down into a dense form. But it's not. But what I'm saying, man, is that it's not a dense form. Man, it's just imagination. But on with the conceptualization. I had to do the disclaimer. This kind of looks like an eyeball or kind of a toenail. But yeah, okay, but this is the energy flowing through my body that I'm putting on here. And you are basically a microorganism that is having an astral projection of itself inside of my body. And so am I, for your body. And we're communicating. And that's just a fractal explanation of that. Because it's happening right now through this. Through whatever may be. Through the intensity of experience. That's what it needs to do. That's what infinity needs to do. So I'm saying, all those conceptualizations, let's expand them. Let's expand our geometry. Let's expand our physical geometry. And we do that not by adding body parts to us, which we could. But by building up the environment that is us. This is an extension of my nervous system.
No, just like hit me with some paint.
Ooh.
That's good.
Ooh. Ooh. That will be freaky. But so this is just what they're telling us. They do it all the time. It just happens. It happens no matter what. But this is what it takes to be the flow. This is what it takes to be the flow. This is what it takes to represent and imagine that you really know. And say, we made these shapes. Let's make new ones. No shape has ever been made before. What? No. You realize lines are just light? You realize that's just light. But why does it take the shape of the human body? You know, I asked a lot of people what animal they think they are. What mythological creature. Realizing that a friend had been a vampire and I had been a werewolf, but then I realized I wasn't the werewolf, I was the tree man. I asked a lot of people and they said that they were griffins. And I don't know if I've alluded to this, but this all comes down to wings. We need to grow fucking wings, man.
Caleb?
Or have we already? Are we floating right now?
Does it belong to the good?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is gonna be part 3.